That we're not the center.
We are the center. Look at the head level. Do you need me to put the
head level center? Sure, our heads are center, but we need to fill up more of the screen. That way we give more of a presence on the screen.
Look, I'm still center.
Give out more of a presence on the screen. Anyways, whatever. Bugfang's big.
Close to the mic, it gets all.
You're not the one that edits this. You're not the one that edits this. So shut up! Hi, welcome to the Dweebs and Weebs podcast. My name is Reza. That is Bugfang.
Is it? Is that my name?
Bugfang, aka Paragon, aka the skinny penis.
It's never just been Paragon. It's always been Paragon X, Paragon Fang Zen. At one point, I was in a battle with a dude named Paragon X9 over the name Paragon X.
I don't care. You're Paragon. And you're gonna be. That is a weird feeling.
Now you get how that feels.
Okay, to be fair, I was using it to greet you. You used it as a
shut the button.
Kind of.
Did you know they make mini Funyuns in like these pretzel cans now?
Don't care.
I was gonna drink that. I'm joking.
I don't.
To share with my sister.
Don't trust you.
Well, get center in the frame. Come on, what are you doing over there on the edge?
I'm so close to you now. I don't want to touch you.
You cupped my breast earlier. Okay, so.
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh my god, it's still there. I never fixed
it. Stop. Nobody cares. Anyways. Welcome to the podcast. We were trying to decide on things to do, and then we just ended up starting to talk about anime. This is going to be just another we just vibing episode. I don't know how well that's going to perform, but we're going to vibe. I might bring up some newsy bits. Last time I brought up some newsy bits.
What's a snoozy bit?
Newsy bits.
Newsy bits.
Newsy bits.
Nudie bits?
Newsy bits.
Newsy, newty, and nudie are all three different things.
Newsy bits. Like news. Newsy bits. It's just a cute way of saying news.
Do I have one of my newsy caps? I have one of my newsy caps.
Well, last time I brought up anything news related, you were snoring and you were boring and you were like, yeah.
What was it?
So,
what was it?
What it was? I think it had to do with something of like the UN saying something about like the anime industry or something.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Oh.
Yeah, you're just like, okay.
Hey, you think they're going to be terrorists on our anime product?
Oh, man.
They're all
maybe the Chinese ones. Which I realized there is a shit ton of. Just no one ever talks about them. Did you know that? Did you know that there's a shit ton?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like, I always, so like, I'm in the middle. I brought this to you multiple times, but as you guys know, I have a second channel because, you know, I actually upload videos. He could too, but he's a bastard.
Instead, I have a social life.
Hey, you. No, you don't. No, he does. I think his is actually more active than mine.
I do think it is actually more active than yours.
To be fair, mine's has just gone out to flames for the last 2 years due to various reasons. But we're
due to the slow and systemic removal of every of your high school friends that joins the group and then has a fallout with us somehow.
How about we not bring up the personal platform, alright?
Like, if you notice that
hey, how about we not bring up the person? Hey, if someone doesn't want their online, you respect that, alright? Alright?
Alright.
I think that's fair.
Alright.
Okay.
Back scratch.
Not now.
It's anytime, anywhere.
We're doing a podcast.
You know it.
We're doing a podcast.
We should introduce them. Back scratch spy laws.
How about no?
Oh, fine.
Because, like I said, I don't like.
Let's move on. Where's the newsy bits? Where are your nudies? Where are your nuties?
No, not like that, dog. What's wrong with you?
A lot. We've covered this before.
Yeah, I mean, I have to ask.
Turn towards me.
What? What?
Mildly confused by it. Okay.
Wait, why? Why are you confused by it? For audio listeners, he's looking at my shirt. Why are you confused with the shirt?
Well, it's not Star Wars, but, it got them Star Wars vibes for a second.
It's simple.
Yeah. It's not Star Wars.
Yeah. Simple.
But they're using, like, the Imperial logo in it.
I mean, I sort of kind of get what you mean. But it's simple. The late 90s, early 2000s brand. Simple. Yeah.
I don't listen to Green Day anymore, dude.
Oh, no, this is not that direction. We're talking about, like...
But it's that time.
No. Yeah, yeah. But
it's that time.
Yeah, sure. But we're talking more like... Think more rap scene.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know, but... Again.
Right era, wrong niche.
Yeah.
Right era, wrong niche.
It might be a parallel niche, actually.
At that time, I would disagree.
Really? You don't think that was a parallel niche? That a different group was vibing in a similar way to just a completely different side of the industry? You don't think that was happening?
I don't think that was a parallel. I don't think that parallel came until like the 2010s.
I don't know. I don't know enough about them, honestly. All right. Fair. Moving on to anime.
I guess we'll just talk about whatever you watch. What have you been watching?
I haven't been watching a whole lot.
But have you been watching or reading or playing or reading and playing, i.e. visual novels, which is something I'm trying to get myself into.
I'm not sure you call that playing.
That's why I said playing/reading.
I don't think it's reading either. It's interacting.
Interacting.
So it's not play.
Okay.
It depends though. A lot of visual novels have a lot of mini games. Those you play, but visual novels that you just make decision tree decisions.
Oh yeah, I
think you're engaging or interacting. You're not really playing.
No, that's fair.
Well, I don't know how do we want to define play? You know what? No, actually, I kind of do have to bite the bullet and say it's playing. Because then, otherwise, you couldn't ever have played a text adventure. That's
a good point,
almost
actually.
all things are just, the interactivity is just a more complex tree in a 3D environment rather than...
So then would you say that...
Yeah, no, it's play.
So then would you say once you've interacted with a media, would you then be playing with the media?
No, because there are other ways to interact that aren't choice related. It's specifically the interaction of choice interaction. If you can make a choice and it can branch.
So then was that weird fucking movie thing that Netflix did?
Yeah.
Isn't that technically a visual novel?
Yeah. No, not technically. I think
that's just way it would just classify as a visual novel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Netflix put out a visual novel. They got more people to engage with it than probably any other visual novel in media history.
Yeah.
Overnight.
Yeah, man.
At least in the West.
That's what. Yeah. Okay. That's a good point. In the West, sure. Yeah. What have you been playing / reading / watching / interacting / eating?
I'll actually end on what we've been playing because I feel like we might actually have a little bit to talk about with that one.
I got some spicy stuff I could share with play.
Okay, we'll definitely end with playing. For watching, not a whole lot. What the hell did I bring up with you earlier?
You forgot all of that?
I forgot. I did. Yeah.
Okay, you were talking about, what is it, Sweat and Soap?
No, that's reading. I said watching.
You talking about opossums? You were talking
That's
about...
also reading.
Oh, watching? You said you talking about watching?
Yeah, there were like two things. Sing Yesterday for me. I started that. That one's been interesting. That's got a pretty strong opener. I'm looking forward to that. Looks like it's gonna be a romance drama. Oh, it's drama. It might be in your vogue right now. Yeah.
No, I need toxic drama.
It might be. We don't know yet. And then wrapping up Anohana the Flower we saw that day. That was
That was an old one, right?
It's not old, but it's been around.
Also, are you saying isn't it Anohana? Because you sound like you said it Anohana.
I don't fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just reading it, man. I don't fucking know.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
How the fuck should I know? It's not my language. I don't fucking know how to pronounce that shit proper. I'm not gonna pretend to. Fuck that.
It'd be good to know.
There's a lot of shit here that I'm adding to my watch list right now, though.
Oh, just list off some shit and just be like, give like a couple of
words. Anyway, what else have I been watching? I've been watching restarted Invincible. That American anime.
Don't do that. Not now, Bubba.
It's not even it. Well. There's a whole thing.
Hey, now, buddy.
That's a whole,
hey, now, buddy.
That's a whole thing.
Bite your tongue on that one.
Listen, if anime is just the Japanese word for cartoon,
bite your tongue, buddy.
All things are anime.
Bite your tongue, buddy. That's not a thing you want to stare at.
All cartoons are anime.
Yeah, that's not a thing you want to stare at right now.
The fuck is it? What the fuck? That looks fucking wrong.
What is it?
I don't know. Headhunted in another world by salaryman to Bigfoot. What the fuck?
I don't care. It's isekai.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's all isekai. Everything is isekai now.
Although there is that. Oh, you might like it.
Promise of a Wizard TV animation.
Actually, you might. Oh, there it is! No, go back! Go back! Go back! Go back! Go back!
What? That?
No! The pretty one! The pretty one! The pretty one! Yeah! About it! That's a good one. That was good. It is an isekai, but that one was good.
It's an isekai?
Yeah, but it's good. It's a good isekai. It's really cool. It's cute and quaint.
I'm not racist against isekai like you, right?
Yeah. I know.
Why
when you find
the fuck would it matter?
Listen.
Why would it
it's
matter
just like when you hate anything else. You hate it, but when you find the good ones, you keep the good ones. Go.
Do a clap so you've got a good marker.
I'm not going to pay attention to that.
That's fine. And then I've been reading Tower Dungeon.
Okay, yeah.
You know me. I'm a big Satomi High guy. So.
Oh, that's right. I was wondering because I was like, I know you were talking about this one. You're like, you got to remind me to talk about Dark Dungeon, Tower Dungeon. I forgot the name.
Dragon Dungeon. I think I call it 3 different things. Like I've called it Dark Dungeon, Dragon Dungeon, Tower Dungeon is the actual title.
Tower Dungeon. Okay.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is this about?
It's Satomi High, right? We know Satomi High. We love Satomi High. Knights of Sidonia, possums, noise, blame.
Did not first because you lied to me, but you know.
What?
Did not first because you lied to me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, his newest thing is a dark fantasy. Yeah, we're far enough down the line from the events of all the
bullshit. Yeah.
For everyone's reference, I have a Tower of Satomi High works behind me because he's my favorite mangaka. Someone's going to tell me that's not how you say that. That's fine. I don't know how to say that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure mangaka is I don't fucking know. I you know what? I'm just not going to say anything.
Anyway.
Never fucking mind.
He's my favorite anime artist and writer. I love his shit. I've been reading Tower Dungeon, which hasn't come out officially in English yet. I think we're waiting for June or July for the English manga to come out here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm reading ahead on that, and I'm loving the fuck out of that. No. I'm closing the door on you. Nope. We're in a podcast. We are in a podcast. This is rude as fuck.
You've already kind of
rude as fuck.
You've already kind of just.
Yeah, I know.
We're on. No. I mean, I'm about to say.
On principle. I'm locking the door next time.
To be fair, you've already called this to be a shit show. At least I get something out of this.
Don't make me say something even worse. I'll do it.
Am I wrong, though?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I haven't caused shit.
Yeah.
And you haven't had this talk ahead of time, which you should have. No. You have not.
I've talked to you about this multiple times.
You have not had a serious conversation with me about this yet. No.
You fart?
No, the dog is rolling on a bone.
Oh.
Not even, it's bone. On copper. And stone.
It sounded like a wet fart.
Oh my god.
Sound like a really
You sound like a wet fart.
Maybe I do. But at least I'm willing to accept.
Should I restart the tower dungeon thing?
No, you can keep going.
Okay. Anyway, so tower dungeon.
Funny enough, I might keep this in. I thought it was funny.
Oh my god. Is a dark fantasy set way ahead in the timeline of the rest of Satomi has works. What do you want? What are you chuckle butting about?
Next time I need to use the pickup line of that doesn't work. That's lame. Never mind.
Oh my god, all that for nothing. Anyway,
I thought about it more. It's stupid.
It's a dark fantasy that's so far ahead of the rest of the shit on the timeline that's come back around to resembling fantasy, a fantasy world, pretty hardcore, and it's cool seeing the remnants of the old stuff being used in a fantasy world. Yep. The origin of dragons.
I'm about to say, I'm like, so you can tell me anything about the plot, or
Nah, but I'll tell you how it connects to sci-fi stuff because like it's all in the same world and shit. So we're so far in the future, like you know how like basically as the works progress, all the way from like Biomega, which is covering like the bullshit that happens on Earth with the N5S virus or whatever that fucks shit up and leads to like everyone trying to escape Earth and everything, and like the seed chips get sent out, and that leads to like Blame and shit, where the megastructure around Earth and the moon leads to like humanity on the outskirts, and a dude looking for like the source code, like an uninfected human genetic code somewhere.
And then we get kind of somewhere in there.
No, that comes way later. Then we get Knights of Sidonia, which is a seed ship, kind of like the Opossums was a seed ship. And that seed ship has a continued war with the Kana, or whatever the heck they are. And that shit goes on as they look for potentially a different solar system. I'm still unclear on if it's actually a different solar system or if it's actually secretly the Earth system again and just looks wildly different because of what happened after the splitting of multiple core planets there. But anyway.
And then we get kind of somewhere in there.
No, then we get Opossums, which seems to be covering the after events of the Opossums' failure to seed humanity on other planets, and instead uploading humanity, spoiler alert, into the core computer, and then building a moon-like exoplanet structure around the core systems of the Opossums, and the Ghana or virus, the as they call it, frame disease that like a that affected people over there expresses itself, and then it gets used like in a power conflict for control over the Opossum's core. You asked for this, all right? Stay the fuck away. Do you need some Rockstar? It's like half a can here.
I don't drink Rockstar. It's disgusting.
Regular Rockstar is the fruit punch is actually a decent fruit punch.
I don't like it, no. Oh, Rockstar's disgusting.
Anyway, so Opossums is like failed seed ship that just like saved humanity, and then the whole conflict on the surface of the megastructure that's protecting humanity is just a whole. It's just a whole thing. It's the main plot, so I'm not going to spoil that too much. And then
we get kind of somewhere in there.
We get kind of the Snow Sea possibly happening on a similar structure, or maybe even exterior to the exostructure of the Opossums, or a similar ship. What's happening in kind of the Snow Sea seems to be an exostructure that is revitalizing a planet, artificial in nature or not, for humanity's existence, and its simulacrum of the Snow Sea seems to be placenta in origin, similarly to everything else in that world. We probably get the worlds of like the tower fantasy out of the end results of Kana, or it's possible that the weird exodome happening in that is like a precursor to another shell layer for an exterior shell to expand the exostructural domes. It's possible that the way that you develop superstructure and is whatever the Snow Sea is, massive ecosystem. I haven't read far enough. I've only read 3 volumes of that, and it's shit. So I'm hesitant to go further into that, and I really wish Satomi Nihai had not let someone else do that one.
Yeah, it's
because the main plot is stupid and
great.
Dull.
Also,
and
man, you need this
bullshit.
You need to spice up your words. I don't know how. You need to spice up your words.
And then we get to Tower Dungeon.
Okay, I said.
And Tower Dungeon is a manga that is coming out in Japan.
Okay, at this point, they're AI bots.
It does not have a official English translation, but I have made do with the fan translation. I am now attempting to milquetoast even my already milquetoast speech even more.
You know what?
I don't know how to add spice to it. What does that mean?
Be a little bit of excited. Add a little bit of emotion. Add a little flavor, a little pop.
Tower Dungeon's damn good.
There we go.
Y'all should read it this coming June or whatever, June or July.
You could have just said that. You could have just said
it's fucking awesome. I have a controversial opinion about Satomi Nihai now. I think Satomi Nihai is the true successor to Hayao Miyazaki's earlier works that we never got elsewhere. Because Hayao didn't sequelize himself very well either.
I wonder how many people are going to actually latch onto that claim. Or how many people
almost
how many people
because unless you've looked at the art and read the story, you don't get what I mean by that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like
you've watched Castle in the Sky and Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
Like you get Hayao did light-hearted dark fantasy very well at one point. Not only that, but he has a specific style with his post-apocalyptic worlds. For example, Nausicaa.
I was just thinking that Nausicaa's a really good example of that.
So Tower Dungeon feels like it, tonally very much like a combination of Castle in the Sky and Nausicaa. There's some clear post-apocalyptic stuff. It's way after the sci-fi events of the rest of his world. The placenta is there and is outright called placenta again. But now like it's all been translated through their histories into like epic fantasy stuff. The dragons.
Oh wait, no.
Are clearly Ghana human hybrids.
Not that.
What?
Oh, I just made a connection that I just didn't when it came to Kana.
What?
As soon as you said that, I was like, because you're like, the thing. Because remember my big things are just like, if it's called the Snow Sea, why the fuck don't they just fucking give us snow? And you're like, well, it's not snow.
It's not snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just gotta realize what it could possibly
be. Exactly.
I didn't realize what it could possibly be, and I'm like, oh, that has implications.
Yeah.
And makes some scenes make a lot more sense now.
So I haven't watched the anime, but I assume that in the anime that you know as much about the superstructure as the manga says, right? So you know like how the main character comes from that top dome?
Yeah, it comes from the top dome.
A transparent dome that lets light in that also seems to be converting energy into what becomes the snow sneeze stuff. Do you know what other transparent material that let light through and converted? So do you remember Knights of Sidonia, how they recharge the everything?
Yeah, don't they use God particles?
They develop Hagus part. Yeah, they absorb Hagus energy through sunlight and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
They translate it to Hagus.
Yeah, that's why I sat there. I was like, what the fuck?
And that's also how the Kana replicate their placenta is they turn Hagus particles.
No, that's what I realized because as soon as you said placenta, I was sitting there. I was like, why is he calling it placenta?
Yeah.
Oh,
so now
which also explains. I don't know if they have it in the manga, but that explains the scene in the anime where they're traveling under it, and I was like,
and it's not acting like snow, and it's not really acting like water.
Well, well, there's that part, but there's also just all the like weird structures. I was like, this is a weird sea. I was like, this is a weird sea, and I'm like, oh, those are plants. Yeah. Those are all probably like Ghana.
They're all a complex system of artificial life forms meant to convert the massive amounts of placenta into superstructure, I think.
Yeah.
Superstructure, I don't know if you've read enough of his other works to recognize that term, but is the super dense material that is used by the machines in Blame and stuff to protect the core world.
Okay. Like,
it's a massive amount of material that is impenetrable. It's got super properties, right? It's technically super light, but super dense. It has other strange properties. It's clearly developed by concentrating Hagus particles in some way, or concentrating layered placenta in some way. That super material, it makes appearances in each one of his things in a different way, right? And it's pretty core to the story a lot of the time. I have a feeling the snow sea is how the cores of each of those planets are developed. I've never understood how they were able to convert get such a amount of mass, but if it's through conversion of particles through a inverse Dyson sphere, it's like a planet-sized Dyson sphere for gathering sun energy, hitting the planet, and then converting it into materials to be made into that superstructure. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so that's my going theory.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's my going theory.
That makes sense.
Yeah, which means that Snow Sea is probably very much like you remember next to Sidonia, all the like floating skin cells in space. That's all it is.
That's why I made that connection. I was like thinking about it. I'm like, what else moves like that?
Yeah, it's like raw material placenta. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I've been reading a whole bunch of Satomi High stuff.
Yes.
Finished Opossums finally. I think I've finished all of his complete works again now, except for kind of the Snow Sea, which I don't even know is complete, and I don't even really consider his work. So
fair.
I have issues with that. We'll cover that.
Yeah, that'll be a separate thing. There's just a little taste of potential that's coming later.
It also makes me really sad. It like punches me in the gut every time I finish a volume, because each volume ends with a 1-page cover of actual Satomu Nihai art. Like clearly he made the concepts, but it's like the George R. R. Martin thing with Elden Ring, where like he wrote down some names and some concepts and then gave it to another author to do the whole project. Yeah, like just like here's the foundation, do what you want with it. Exactly, but the foundation is like so much cooler looking, and so like it's just I'm sorry, Itoe Takamoto. I don't like you. That's me. Don't do that. Your work is not just a sin because it's bland and textureless and lesser than what it could be, but you seem to have tried to try and ruin an active concept that's super cool and a part of the world that I wish I was getting more of. And like this is Satomu Nihai art. The last page is Satomu Nihai art. Oh, nothing in this manga looks that good. Oh, 100%. Like they even have the Toei Industries logo on the cape here and stuff. It doesn't appear in half the frames in there.
Oh well, I mean, it's not.
No,
it's not like that.
It's lifeless. It's bland.
I wouldn't call it.
It's like they sucked the life out.
I wouldn't call it lifeless.
I would. I would call especially
it
when you see
like
different versions there. It's almost like, okay, I have a theory actually, because like this looks like really bland, two-dimensional kind of lifeless. I actually think that the artists might have made 3D models that they're copying images of, because it like the Satomu Nihai art is fucking rad, right? The cicadas, rad. The superstructure's rad. That image is fucking rad. Him walking on the transparent membrane of the superstructure is fucking cool looking.
It is cool.
That it does not pull off that cool in the actual.
It's not that bad.
Look at the comparison. This is that shot. This up here. That's the shot. That's the transparent membrane.
Okay, that's bad.
Yeah,
okay, that's
look at the difference.
All right, that one's bad. That one's
so bland. Like,
that one's
sorry. This
bad.
is the exact like. Do you see the plant down there? No.
Okay,
you don't see any detail.
Okay, that's a bit bad. That's a bit bad. That's a bit bad.
It's just like
that's not great. That's not great. That's not great. I will admit that's not great.
Okay, so that's what I watched and read. We'll get to what I played after you say what you watched and read.
I'm reading a lot of Blue Log.
Oh, actually, I did read a couple other things, but like not all the way through, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've been reading
catching back up on Kaiju number 8 in the manga.
I need to do that, but I also want to wait for the anime so bad because apparently there's an announcement I want.
They're so different that I'm consuming them each.
You know what? Kaiju number 8 they are tonally different.
Exactly.
I will give you that.
They're tonally different enough that I enjoy the manga completely on its own, separately from the anime. The anime is a very good adaptation, but it's an adaptation. It's not like a direct ad. It's like it's spiritually very different in its core like vibe and mood.
Yeah, no, I will admit it. The anime has a bit more like it's kind of I would say they're actually pretty inverse, where the manga can be serious at times, but it's broken up with a lot of comedy. Versus the anime leans more into the goofy side.
It's goofy all the time,
but uses it to make the
exactly
more intense moments,
punchy moments.
Yeah. Like it plays all fun and games until like the big fucking episode. Yeah,
but that difference like changes the entire tone of the work. Like the tone of the manga feels like a sequel to All You Need Is Kill. It's like dark in tone. It's the world is actually at threat. The anime doesn't feel like the world is at threat. It feels like sometimes
I'll get through the rest of my stuff, but I feel like that's something we should also talk about.
What?
We should probably talk about that trailer.
Fuck! I did that by accident. Yeah, All You Need Is Kill.
Well, we'll talk about that trailer. Well, let me like blow through some of my stuff. I've been reading Blue Lock because I can't wait for that second season. I need to know the shit that goes on.
Also, because reading it is the same thing as watching it because it has the same number of animations.
Stop! I made a video about this already. Stop! I'll bite the shit at the animation, but the characters are so good and the music is so hype and they still do so well with everything else other than the animation. It's still worth watching. God damn it! I will die on this hill.
It is worth watching that motion comic.
Stop! Stop! I get it! It is! But it's still worth watching. It's still worth watching. It's still worth watching. I will die on this hill. Season 2 is still worth watching. It is PNG locked.
I will watch
but it's it is.
I heard the last couple episodes are
they low-key, weird. They low-key wait. They low-key wait kind of
something about porn animators or something?
What? No.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. I don't know. No.
I heard that multiple different animation teams worked on a couple of the final episodes or something.
I'd have to look into it. I don't know if that is the case.
Oh, wait. No, hold on. No, the porn animators may have been... That actually might have been Invincible. That might have been Invincible season 3.
That's funny.
There was definitely some news about one of the animated things I'm watching.
That's funny.
Porn animators doing something.
Yeah, I've been reading Blue Lock. The Neo Egoist League is wrapping up in its arc. That shit is juicy as fuck. For any of you that care about Blue Lock, there's certain characters that I'm glad are
dead.
No.
Oh, I didn't know.
Honestly, given how intense this shit gets, I don't blame you for saying that. But yeah, that's kind of no, like legit.
No, I get it. I get it.
Like, motherfuckers is something.
I'm not there yet. I remember I've only seen season 1.
No, fair, but
which we should actually cover in depth now that we've both seen it.
Watch season 2.
We'll do a catch up with season 2.
Yeah, and then we could just do the whole thing. But like, oh my fucking god, like this shit. I need to watch more sports anime, but this might be my favorite right now. This might be my favorite, which is funny because I had a long-standing favorite for a minute.
Wait, this is your favorite what?
Sports anime.
Oh, okay.
What did you think this was gonna be my favorite of?
I missed the sports part, so I thought you were just saying this is your new favorite anime.
Oh no! Now
here's the thing: is it fair for me to call another? No, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not my favorite sports anime. Can't be.
Why?
Because Suzuka is my favorite sports anime. But it's also one of my favorite romance anime.
Okay, but
it's my favorite because of its romance, not because
if it does it the same way it's
a
spiritual sequel does its meshing of like the styles it does, then yeah, I agree with you.
What?
Fuka.
Oh, Fuka is not even related.
That's what I said. Spiritual success.
It's
they mentioned Suzuka in there.
No, I know it is a sequel. It covers their child.
Yeah.
But like it neither in tone nor in genre replicates anything from the original.
No,
it's not a spiritual sequel. It's only a literal sequel.
No, what I'm saying is not it replicates its genre, but I'm saying the meshing of how.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mesh the music world with the romance world in the same way the original meshed the sports world with the romance world.
To be fair, I haven't watched Suzuka.
It's not just totally different. It's also different in its focus, its actual thematic.
To be fair, I haven't watched Suzuka, so I need to end up watching Suzuka. But where is it? Oh, yeah.
So it was that the animation director for the Invincible teaser was a famous porn animation director.
Oh, okay.
Someone named Bobby Pills.
I have no clue.
Balak. Who's Balak?
I have zero clue on who that is. But yeah, been reading Blue Lock. While I was here, waiting for him to set up.
Maybe it wasn't porn animation. I'm not seeing anything about porn in this. Why did it come up as a porn? What?
I have no clue. If you can't find it, that's fine. It's just whatever.
Erase any mention of porn animators. I actually don't know where it's coming from. I cannot confirm that fact, and it feels like shit talk.
You're the one that brought it up, man. But it's
no, if you know, then you know. Wait, who the fuck is Balak?
Okay, they're being
if you know whoever the hell Balak is, then you know, I guess. If you know is the quote on here. So
yeah, we can look more into it fucking later when we have time, I guess, if we care. I was while I was waiting for Bugfang to set up everything, I was reading a manga that was actually not recommended, but the Trash Takes guys were talking about it. Joey Gaunt and Connor, the Anime Man, Giguk, and Sea Dog. It's they're the ones that Yuri I'm reading. the one that I was showing you.
Of course they're.
Yeah. Well, where else did you think I'd get something like that?
Reading?
No.
I work at a bookstore. That's where I get most of it.
I don't work at a bookstore.
You know people who work at bookstores?
That's true, I do. But I don't care to ask you.
You know people plural, dude.
I don't care to ask them.
Whatever.
Not in a mean way. I just don't.
So I have the update on the porn animator guy.
Jesus fucking Christ! All right, go.
According to Reddit,
trying to get through my shit.
Balak is a French. I don't want to shit talk this animator and like leave that as the final word there.
Okay.
We can come back around to it though. We can.
No, you're committed.
All right, so Balak is supposedly a French semi-animated, like he's like a motion comic artist or something that does interactive comics, but also has very specifically pornographic material in some of his animations. So he's directed pornographic things.
I see.
Yeah, that seems to be it. I still have a feeling that's trash talking the guy a little bit much. Feels kind of bad.
I mean, if it's what he is what he is.
But it's not. It seems like people are calling him a pornographic actor because there
it's
is
the internet. People are gonna blow shit
animations.
Out of. People are gonna blow shit out of proportion.
That's like calling Mass Effect a porno because there's a sex scene in it.
Listen, people are gonna blow shit out of proportions. It's fine. It's whatever. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, but we're better than Fox News, so we don't have to report it like that.
We are better than Fox News.
That's so sad.
That is sad. But yeah, that God, I get what the guys were saying. This manga gets intense, and apparently this isn't even the most intense it gets. So
of course, it's the beginning. They have to keep normal people invested at this point. So my bet is that it's flirting with actual ideas that will be way harder later.
I assume so. I'll check back on y'all with that one. This shit is insane.
I was just listening to him read it earlier, and it sounded wild. Just his reactions to each page.
There was another one I read. I forget the my god. Which, by the way, that Yuri I'm reading is My Girlfriend Is Not Here Right Now, or My Girlfriend Is Not Here. I think it's called.
Oddly enough, I also am reading a Yuri right now.
That's
that's one of the ones.
That's the one you were talking about. Yes.
I've been reading, for all y'all that know it, the Green Yuri. As is known on the web.
I was gonna say my comment for the podcast. I need more people to do that.
What, splashes of color in their basic ass?
Yes, because that shit's fucking pretty, man.
Yeah,
I get it. If more people do it,
but it's also expensive.
I know it's expensive.
Although
it's so cool.
The reason it was so easy is because it's mostly a webcomic. So.
I know, but it's so cool. It makes all the pages pop so much more.
The problem is,
like, imagine the Chainsaw Man got that.
No, well, first of all, the Chainsaw Man. Have you ever seen the full color edition?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's lit, but imagine if like there's just a base like edition that like some shit like this, or if it's like a special like rainbow colored edition, like the fucking
a full color edition would be cool, but I wouldn't want a single splash of color.
No, it'd be like a swirl. It'd be like psychedelic.
No, well, that's the problem, is then that you're going way harder in and way more expensive. The reason this is fine as easy is because they've just literally taken the fill tool and just where there was white blank space is now green blank space.
Okay, so just make it red.
Now, if you do that to a manga where it doesn't work tonally, something that goes way back and forth on tone, like Chainsaw Man, all of a sudden you ruin tone like that. The neutral black and white fits for a reason.
No, yes. I want that.
No, if you suddenly have a neon pink edition of Volume 13, it completely changes the tone of some scenes.
It'd be pretty. It'd be pretty. It'd be evil.
Tone.
I like it.
Fuck tone. It would fuck tone.
I know it would fuck tone.
So hard. I don't agree.
But it looks so cool.
Don't agree with this.
It looks so cool.
I don't even think it would look that much better.
Fuck you. It looked great.
Full color edition is one thing with actual color direction in the same vein as the original artist's intention.
You're boring. You don't like to have fun.
I like to have back scratches.
No. Not now. We're recording.
Okay, you can move on for you. You can highlight it.
I know. But fuck you. Oh my god, there's something else I was mentioning until you interrupted me. What the hell was what? Because I talked about you. Oh no! No, it's not a hentai. I don't. Actually, I don't know at this point. Well, actually, this one manga I don't know either. Damn, I forget the name of this one. But basically, the story behind this one is that there is two couples. This one's not an NTR. This one's not an NTR. But
what does NTR mean?
I don't know the abbreviation, but basically just
non-traditional romance. Oh no, that's right. It's Neotare.
Yeah,
or Neotare, something.
So yeah, some shit like that.
Which I don't think is actually cheating. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, it's similar to the term cuckold in America. It's not actually cheating. It's like being into infidelity, but infidelity not being used as a term for cheating, but as being used as spiritual cheat. So, like, I don't know if you have a crush on somebody, but then fuck somebody who isn't your crush, that's NTR. But it's not cheating.
I don't know. Every NTR, they're in a relationship, and that person is getting.
It's not. It's not every NTR.
I'm
not going to bring up what I've read with that tag.
I'm not going to bring it up either, but I'm just saying it's a lot.
I'm certain we have read NTR tagged media that does not have an actual dedicated relationship in it.
I have.
That isn't between the two people having sex.
I have.
No. I'm saying I doubt. So you're saying not a single thing you've ever read that has an NTR tag doesn't have the couple as a couple?
No. I've read the majority of them, though.
I'm not talking about majority. I said there's no way you haven't read one that doesn't have that.
Oh, okay. Well,
like you have read one of the NTR tagged materials where they weren't in a dedicated.
Okay, yeah, but
then there you go. It's not the same thing as cheating.
Okay, but
cheating is covered under.
But you are missing the fact that I've said that a lot of it has cheating. The ones that have read, a lot of them have cheating in them.
Sure.
You brought. I mentioned the one that. Okay. I mentioned the example that you were bringing up that's saying is not. It's the minority that I've read.
Sure, that doesn't matter to me.
Motherfucker!
What matters to me is that we're being accurate with how we use the term. It's not about cheating. It's about infidelity, which is different.
I'm gonna be dead ass on.
It's about not being true to like yourself or your spirit, and instead, it's like being hedonistic as opposed to wholesome.
I'm gonna be honest. If there is enough things,
it's about choosing pleasure over fidelity.
If there is enough similarities in a category to make it so,
but then not.
I would say that is so.
But it's not so. You admitted that you've seen things, you've read things. That
I said majority, bitch.
So we don't define things based off of the majority, bitch.
That's not true.
Okay, so if I'm gonna look up the definition, can we just use the actual?
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Look at the definition. I didn't think we were gonna get into an argument about fucking NTR in this podcast.
I think,
but apparently we are.
Second time we've done this.
No, this is I can promise you, this is the first time we've had this.
So NTR is defined as NT Roa Jr. He's 41 years old.
No! Wait, hold on.
This is actually what came up when I looked up NTR on Google. He's an Indian actor, apparently, and he is a very attractive man. Wait, isn't that the guy from RRR? It is!
Brother, we do not have time for this!
Apparently NTR is the guy from RRR. Is he the R in RRR?
Brother, we do not have time for this! Look up in anime!
Hey.
I see you scrolling, I don't see you typing.
NTR, you're an attractive man.
Jesus!
Alright, what does NTR mean?
In anime.
NTR is short for Nyote, a Japanese term referring to a scenario where a character's partner is involved in an affair. Yeah, that does sound like cheating.
Yeah.
Oh no, it translates as to be stolen and is about fidelity. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not going to do this based off of an AI overview. Hold on.
Oh my god.
NTR definition.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was not the plan. We didn't really have a plan for this podcast as he's like searching for stuff. I was thinking this podcast could have gone a million bajillion type of ways. I did not expect this.
In the context of anime manga, NTR is shorthand for Nyote, a Japanese term that refers to be taken off, or cuckoldry, referring to a scenario where a character's partner is involved in an affair or infidelity. So, yeah, it is. It's more similar to cuckoldry and infidelity. It's not just about cheating on a person. It's about cheating on the fidelity. I was, because I wasn't happy with the AI overview shit. So instead, I went to the Wikipedia that the AI overview stole from. I mean, what? Do you want a different source? Do you want Urban Dictionary?
No, it's fine. It's always easy to be right when you're curating the answers to yourself to an audience. So it's fine.
Then come up with your counter. Where's your phone? Get me the counter definition.
Stop!
Get me your counter def. I'll accept your counter def, and then we can argue over terms and come to a collective understanding together.
How far do we want to go with this? Because I'll repeat it again. We're arguing about NTR. At some point,
listen.
Even though it might be morally bankrupt in your eyes, I don't want to continue this conversation.
For the sake of this conversation, I would like to define NTR as a tag referring to the infidelity of someone's actions following hedonistic impulse over the fidelity of one's core principles or previous choices, including but not limited to cheating on partners, forced cheating, or not being true to one's heart and fucking old men instead of ugly old men instead of their intended partners.
Sure, man.
Good. We made a definition for NTR that we agree on.
I mean, I guess.
Listen,
why? I'm not dying on this hill. I'm not dying on this hill.
The AI overview thing. We didn't like the Wikipedia.
You didn't like the AI overview thing.
So I proposed a definition.
The AI overview thing. But it's okay, because this is not a hill I am willing to die on. I am a gooner. I am not this much of a gooner.
Specifically, stay away from the tag too. I don't even like the tag.
Either way,
I'm not even an NTR fan.
Either way, the anime, the manga I was talking about, it has to do with two people in two separate relationships. One being in a relationship, the guy's in a relationship where the girl's hella kinky. The girl's in a relationship where she just kind of wants to be like lazy, relaxed, but her boyfriend's like, well, that's not how women should act. You should act like prim and proper. She's like, I just want to lounge around playing video games. Why is it so bad? And I don't know whether they just happen to meet, but they're in a guild, and then they meet up, because sometimes their guild meets up to do stuff, and then they just become fuck buddies.
Is this the couple or the people that are cheating on the couple?
Oh no, they're sorry. By this point, they are broken up. Like they like. Before they even end up meeting up at the guild event, like they tell their partners that they just don't want to do this relationship anymore.
So there's no cheating.
No, that's why I said not. That's why I said it's not an NTR.
Well, it can still be an NTR.
But it's not. This is not.
Sure.
Because they're both just
doing their own thing.
Yeah, they're all just doing their own thing. They're just like, I just want.
Not even intended partners. Not even crushing on each other anymore. Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's just like I have needs, but I also don't want the commitment. You know,
so where's the drama come from?
Oh no, it's just I like it. It's just a quaint little story. It's like, oh, these two are just. I just want to vibe and like you're chill, and I'm like, oh, cool. Oh yeah, no, this is the other spectrum of me. I either the most toxic person I need to read shit, or I'll just love cute, wholesome, just like we're just doing our shit. It's a weird thing I find myself in romance. I can't be in the middle of romance. I can with other things, but romance is.
Name one thing that is in the middle. I don't think there is. I think almost everything in anime and manga is pretty universally on the two poles of the spectrum. I don't think there's actually a whole lot of I can't think of an anime relationship that is.
Oh no, sorry, no, not anime relationships. I'm talking about like the genre of romance.
Sure,
like,
I can't think of the genre of romance in anime and manga that depicts a relationship that's in the middle of that.
Oh no. Okay, hold on. Hold on. You're misunderstanding.
You're saying that the two poles of either very wholesome or very toxic.
Okay, but
I don't think there's anything in the middle.
Okay, no, well, first of all, I do agree with that statement. There is no middle when it comes to relationships. Yeah. But I'm not talking about
in anime and manga.
In real life. No, in anime and manga, and yes.
Well, hold on.
No, I don't mean listen. No, we're not about to turn into a Red Pill podcast. No, I'm not saying that.
Wait, what would be red pilly about acknowledging that there are complexities to relationships?
No, I'm talking about that there is saying that there is no complexity towards relationships. I think would be the red pill.
Oh.
Because that's what you were correcting me on.
I'm not sure that... Okay, maybe this comes from me not really getting the whole red pill thing. I don't think that has to do with red pill.
Okay, relationships? Kind of, sort of, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. We don't have to go down the south. This is another conversation we can just have off stream. Because I promise you no one wants to hear this from either of us.
What? This isn't the political cast that we do?
No, it's
where
not.
We discuss what red pill
no
means?
Okay, but no, what I meant was
Who is the red pill?
Stop! Who is the red? What is the red pill? What is
the blue pill? I heard that there's a black pill.
Oh, okay. No, all right.
Unironically, still don't actually know what each of the pills actually do. Like, I kind of get the vibe each one of them references. Like, I think
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not going into detail on this.
I think it's like there's like far right, far left, and doomer. Is that right?
In a nutshell, yes.
Okay.
In a nutshell, yes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Are there more pills? Can I have them?
No. Can I have them? They look pretty. I want to eat them. They look like candy. They look like bad.
If they're placebos, they are candy. It's just sugar water in there. It looks tasty.
No. Okay, so, but what I mean about I'm trying so hard to get it back on topic. No, but what I read about the romance thing is not when it comes to the relationships. It comes to like the actual stories, where the story itself is either going to be like everything surrounding the story is going to be toxic, or like everything surrounding the story is going to be wholesome. I feel like in romance...
Yeah, but again, there's like nothing in the middle there, is there?
Huh?
There's nothing really in the middle there.
No, that's what I'm saying. Oh, no, that's not true. I feel like there's some stuff that's in the middle. Okay, you know what? I'll make this claim.
Stuff that's in the middle is usually part of a different genre first. It's not romance first.
I would argue the anime that we saw, Citrus, is in the middle.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Anything that involves non-con is not in the middle.
That was not non-con.
Citrus is not the one I'm thinking about? Where she molests her sister?
No.
Her unconscious sister, I think.
I'm
pretty sure that one specifically had a non-con moment. Like, it got infamous for it.
I mean, it's already problematic because they're sisters, so, I mean...
Sure, but the point is that it's definitely not in the middle. I'm almost
okay. I forgot
Citrus is the one I'm thinking about, and it has a non-con scene.
I forgot Citrus. I think they were sisters, so that's already ruled out.
They're sisters. I think they're blood related. Sisters?
No, they're not. They're not blood related sisters. I know that.
Are you sure that's not part of one of the end reveals?
I don't remember.
Okay,
it's been so long since you revealed
that one was in the middle. I think it was like specifically on the drama side, on the toxic side.
Oh my god!
Okay. I don't think it was.
No, there's gotta be in there. There's gotta be in there.
Now the closest thing to like in the middle I can think of are just wholesome, like Taiga. What are the?
Toradora.
Yeah, Toradora is all wholesome problems. Not a single one of those problems isn't wholesome. Like, they're all either born of wholesome relationship mistakes, or wholesome relationship miscommunications, or just awkward teenager wholesome moments, that are like teenagers responding cringely to. It's cringe, but it's not. It's not wholesome.
No. Cringe. We wouldn't call cringe toxic. No, but
exactly.
There was something.
There's not a single bit of toxicity in there. The closest thing
could argue
to toxicity is one of the side characters who doesn't actually cause any real issue. In fact, she's part of the solution.
You can argue that the physicality of Taiga could count as toxic.
Not in their specific relationship. I would argue that there could have been an argument for spousal abuse if that, one, seemed to continue once they actually had a relationship, and two, wasn't born of a defensive mechanism where she has both reacting defensively because of her small stature and also because of the assumed aggressive stature and reputation of the other person. But no, it's not. It's all portrayed as wholesome. Even the physical responses are all wholesome. She's literally called the pocket tiger because she can't do damage to people but acts aggressive. It's literally all framed as wholesome, not framed as actual hurtful. If
I had a buddy here, he would bring up one that is both toxic and wholesome, but I don't agree with him because he's wrong.
So what is it?
Your Light April.
Oh shit.
No.
You're right. It's not both. It's only one. It's toxic.
I wasn't expecting the fight today. Alright. Go. Lay out your case. Apparently, apologies. Apparently, this might turn into a Your Lie in April. This might turn into a Your Lie in April episode. So
I was joking because I actually don't remember if the event I think could be considered that could define the relationship as toxic.
Oh, I watched it recently, so go.
No, you're gonna need to refresh me. Spoiler alert for Your Lie in April. At any point, is their relationship predicated on an emotional manipulation based off of her impending death.
Use simpler word. Describe that better. Make that simple.
Does she use the fact that she's going to die to manipulate their relationship at any point?
No.
And not toxic.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's not an intent to manipulate the relationship.
No, the big part of it is that she keeps it a secret for a very long time.
No, that's wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not born out of of ill will. It's not toxic. It's wholesome. It's damaging. It's hurtful.
No, no, it is. I will admit that.
Not all hurtful things are toxic.
Yeah.
Many hurtful things are very pure.
Yeah, no, I will agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, and to be fair, his
wait, correct me. She does die of illness, right?
No, yeah, she did. Yeah, she does die of illness.
I was gonna say if it's suicide that changes things, but I thought I remembered it being an illness.
No, it is an illness because she basically has it throughout the entire
then the only argument is that it's toxic on her end towards her based off of her internal toxicity, but it has nothing to do with the relationship at that point. It has she handles. And ultimately, I think she actually handled very well for a person in that scenario. So no, it's just wholesome.
Okay, that's good. All right. Well, yeah, no, his argument was that she was an asshole for confessing to the main boy.
No, she was hurtful. She's not an asshole.
Yeah. No, hurtful. Sure.
She doesn't have a ethical obligation not to do that, even though she knows it will hurt him. She may even have more ethical obligation to do so he can make the best informed decision. The only unethical thing she ever does is not give him the full picture.
I guess you could say,
and even
okay,
that
I guess you could say,
isn't born of toxicity.
Okay,
She's
I guess you could say,
to hide it.
You can't
She's
say the
hiding
one
it
thing
to reduce harm.
You can't say the one thing I could see someone saying it's toxic, but no one in the show really treats it like that.
Well, hold on. We can't use Japanese social responses as a good indication of toxic or non-toxic. Japanese society is toxic. So the default approved status of that may actually be indicative that it is toxic. So I wouldn't go, oh, the people in that universe thought it was wholesome.
I swear to God, if we ever start growing, you're gonna get us canceled.
What?
You can't just outright say that. No.
Yeah, I absolutely can.
Oh my fucking God!
We have enough information and enough knowledge of Japanese societal trends that we can absolutely say that overall there's a huge toxic, not just underlining or underpinning, but mainlining through their culture. Like cultural dominance is toxic.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Same thing in America.
Well, no, okay.
The term rape culture comes from American.
No. I get that part. I do get that part. The one thing that she does is obviously because the show's called Your Lie in April.
Sure.
She does admit that the one lie she told was Kaori actually liking her friend. That's the thing. And that was the other thing my buddy brought up, and I was like,
which is is also understandable given the circumstance. It's not, again, born of actual hostility.
Yeah.
It's not born of toxicity. It's born of a wholesome desire for internal peace and resolution.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. It's what makes it wholesome versus toxic is still on the wholesome side entirely. There.
Okay. I agree.
Harmful, but wholesome.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. All right. Let me get to my more shit. I swear to God, I let you finish. Anytime you, I swear to God, I let you finish anytime I don't say shit anytime you need to go through the stuff you watch. And I swear to God, you interrupt me like 5 seconds every second.
I am sorry. I openly invite you to interrupt me anytime I'm talking about shit, though. If you got input on what I've been watching, I want that.
I know.
I want them to hear it.
I know.
Okay.
I just half the time I don't because I don't know it. I want to hear your opinion.
That's cool. But you know me, I'm a bit tismy. If I hear something that I do have an opinion on, I'm usually gonna be like, but is it?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't hate it because it does pad out the podcast.
Okay. Don't hate it. It gives us padding.
It gives us padding for the podcast.
It wastes our time. Good.
For podcasts like these where it's like, fuck, we don't have a topic. oh yeah, go fucking bananas.
I was gonna say this is the vibe cast.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So it's like,
but it only annoys me when it's like, it annoys me when there's like a big anime we gotta do and you keep doing it. And I'm like, stop! And it annoys me when there's an anime that we gotta do, and then we're on the time restraint, and then you do it, and I'm like, stop!
That's fair. I do need to be railroaded sometimes. Y'all can see and hear how tangenty I get. I will follow every tangent. I will derail every train, and it's totally not intentional. Usually. Every once in a while, at the beginning of a podcast, I do try and increase it just to start us off spicy. But
I know that's
like, but you can tell when I'm egging him up.
Yeah.
You can tell when I'm purposefully egging him up.
Yeah. No, I like we brought up before. It's not born toxic. It's not toxicity. It's hurtful, but hurtful, but also.
I don't derail trains because I'm toxic. I derail trains because I just can't help it.
I'm just thinking you actually derailing a train. I didn't do it because I'm toxic. Who do you think I am?
I just have a lot of fun blowing up the tracks. It just happens that the end result is that a train goes over.
It makes a nice sound when it goes off.
And spills some oil.
I'm just gonna be like, listen, buddy, have you ever derailed a train? Listen, it's the most wholesome sound you could ever hear. That.
Unironically though.
No, we're not doing this.
So it's not even the screech of the brakes. No, you know what the sound would be. There's a set of sounds almost no living humans has ever heard.
I'm a hard pivot. This has zero to do with anime. No.
Actually, it does have to do with anime.
Let me go back to what I've watched. Fuck you.
I'm just saying the number of people on Earth that have actually heard the sounds of the result of a train crashing are very few. Like, imagine having that experience in your library of experiences.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine how few people have actually heard that sound. Like, truly, right there. Heard the reality of it. Not like from, like 2 miles away. There. And then continued to have that experience in the back of their brain for the rest of their life.
Okay, that actually does really fucking suck. That would be actually low-key terrifying.
Suck? No, I'm saying, like, that would be, like, be awesome. Like,
all right. I'm not saying it'd be cool to derail a train. It'd be cool to have that experience in the back of my head. Babby, shut up. Babby, shut up. You are bad, Babby. You're a bad Babby.
Hold on. I'm not saying I want people to die. I'm just saying
bad Babby.
A train crash.
Bad Babby. Babby, shut up now. What else have I been watching? We can bring it back to some shit that people didn't like us for on our last podcast.
Yeah, hit us.
Dragon Ball Daima.
Dragon Ball Daima.
That's the new installment for Dragon Ball stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Newest pile of shit. Okay.
Well, you say that. They did something interesting.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever like consume any of like GT?
I'm not gonna say I consumed it, but yes, Stuart showed us.
Are you aware of some of the things that are in GT?
Is GT the one where they actually like grew monkey tails and shit?
Yes.
Then yeah.
It's the one where
Stuart showed us a bunch.
It's the one where Super Saiyan 4 exists.
Yeah. I remember. So that's not Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, is it?
No, Super Saiyan. That's 6. Super Saiyan God is it's now just 5, Super Saiyan
right?
Blue. No. Okay. Hold on. I'll go through it. I'll go through it.
Okay.
So there's Super Saiyan.
Oh no, you're right. 4 was before they went through the God mode because when they were getting
Let me explain. Okay. You're doing too much.
Is it Pink Monkey?
Stop. So there's Super Saiyan. There's Super Saiyan 2.
Sure.
There's Super Saiyan 3. Once you branch off to GT. Well, not technically anymore. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, sure.
There's Super Saiyan 4.
And that was like grow monkey tail? Or is it the pink fur?
It was the pink fur and grow monkey tail.
Pink fur and grow monkey tail. Okay,
yeah, so that was mixed. And then once you go off the super branch, that's when you get Super Saiyan God. And then you get Super Saiyan, which is Super Saiyan Blue now. And then that's when you get the
new bullshit.
Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego and Beast Gohan. Yeah, and that's branched off into its own fucking...
Point is, I'm familiar enough to get what you're talking about.
So
what's up?
The big thing with I'm going to get crucified for this, I know for a fact. So the big thing with GT is the fact that Super Saiyan 4 was never canon. People like the design, and I would stand on fact that the two only good things.
I actually do remember this argument in the community.
Yeah, the two, at least for me.
Stuart used to chat about this a lot.
Oh yeah, 100%. And so the two good things that I think ever came from GT was Super Saiyan 4 and Baby. Because I think Baby is an interesting concept. Because I've always been on the philosophy when it comes to shonen of, well, you get strong enough, eventually you kind of just have to fight yourself. And Baby kind of... Baby. And Baby
I
kind of
agree with you on both levels.
Yeah, and Baby kind of implements that because Baby takes over the bodies. I'm like, a villain that takes over bodies? That's actually a pretty okay way to actually get people fighting each other in a sense.
Also, GT had a lot of issues, but the Super Saiyan evolution, going back to referencing the Monkey Prince original concept stuff, I always appreciate that more than the rest of the fucking
100%. I will like that.
That was always... more thematically related to the original telling of Dragon Ball, as well as a better evolution, as an alien species, resembling alien traits more and more, is a lot cooler than the fucking hair changing color again. It's
actually a unique transformation.
It is, and it is. It's not just a unique transformation, and thus making it better than just the hair change.
Yeah.
But it's also a unique transformation that references the mythology that the original story is based off of, that references the alien nature of Super Saiyans. They're not humans. They're not from Earth. They're not any of that. They're Supermen, and they also should probably resemble something really different in the end of their evolutionary tree. It's just cooler in every way. It just sucks that it was in a shit show.
Well, see, now you say that.
What?
So, a big thing that happened for Dragon Ball Daima is that, one, which is kind of smaller, is that they actually, from at least from what I heard, I need to watch it, but I've seen at least the screenshots and the clips, is that, one, they gave Vegeta Super Saiyan 3.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird because he's technically not supposed to, from my recollection. But that's at least fine.
No, it's not that he's not outright supposed to. It's that they questioned whether he should be able to.
But that's fine.
It was in question, but it wasn't they never denied that he should be able to.
Yeah, because that's fine.
It should probably be very difficult for him to do so.
But that's fine.
Which it's been a long time. It's been very difficult for him to.
Yeah, it's been very long. But it's fine because that, at the very least, adds a pinpoint of confirmation that the fan base is kind of been wondering about. We just see it. The only thing that brings up is that, if you had Super Saiyan 3, why didn't you use it against Beerus? But that's neither here nor there.
Well, because him having access to it could be the result of growth that's happened since Beerus. Like it's
no. Do you know where Diamond takes place?
No.
In the timeline?
No. Don't tell me it takes place before the events of that film.
Not only does it take place before the events of that film, Diamond takes place right after Z. Like no. It's in between Z and Super. I'm not even joking with you.
It's not considered canon, right?
I think it is.
There's no way.
And I think that's why this is called...
I'm doubling down. Every single comment I ever made when those fucking movies came out and we talked about Dragon Ball Z last time, doubling down on all of that. I'm sorry, whatever the fuck is it? Who the fuck is the writer for the show again?
Akira Toriyama.
Yeah,
Be careful. He's dead now. It's been a little
Akira Toriyama.
Be nice.
Has a wonderful legacy for all the children out there who watched his clearly children's show.
Dragon Ball Daima canon. Don't.
might be one of the worst writers in all of popular anime.
He's not. Come on, let's be real.
Really? What long-term series has had this many writing issues so significantly in its universe, so often had to rewrite its own canonicity, and kept so much non-canon stuff in the periphery in active engagement all the time? Nothing. Nothing.
You know what's
he
crazy?
has no control over
crazy?
his product and has not exhibited good control over his branding.
You know what's crazy? What's crazy?
Kind of sucks.
You know what's crazy?
Huh.
I think at one point, if I said this earlier, I might have actually said One Piece. But weirdly enough, as weird and like as weird as all over the place the writing is, One Piece weirdly sticks very strongly to its lore.
I know, it's why I've never bitched about it on that front.
Like reading it, I'm just like, oh no, there might be a claim to like the claim that like Oda has thought about this shit.
Well, hold on, it's not that okay, so I made a misstatement there. It's not that I've never bitched about its consistency with its lore. I have bitched about that. It's that those inconsistencies though aren't about the primary narrative and its writing. It's about the world building and how shit it is.
Okay.
Because it is shit. The world building is shit. No, it's garbage. It's absolute garbage. I'm glad so many people enjoy it. I'm happy you all like something. It's just not good.
I'm not gonna lie. With what I've seen it do so far, I'm not gonna go forward to say it as it's like the best thing ever. But it's a lot better than I thought. It did a lot better than I thought it was. I went in with a low bar, but it does a lot better than I thought it was. There's stuff in there in the world building that I was not expecting that I think is actually good. Now, the only reason why I would sit there and be like, damn, this is rough, is because there does feel like there's a lot of unnecessary stuff.
Pirates who can't swim.
Oh, the devil fruit runs.
The entire central premise of the show.
What? That they can't swim?
No, the One Piece.
What about it?
Garbage.
How?
Shit plot contrivance.
How?
How long has it been?
Okay, in world or in our world?
Actually, both.
I know there was a 2-year time skip somewhere. I don't know though officially.
Mm-hmm.
I can at least say maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. I don't know fully. I know there's a 2-year time skip somewhere, but I don't know fully. Are you saying that's too long?
How many years has it been in real life?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And now compare those two time gaps.
Okay.
Actually, how many hours long would it take for me to watch One Piece?
To what degree?
The whole show.
No. I'm talking about, are you dedicating your life to it? Are you doing
how many hours of film is there in the show One Piece?
Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't know that number. I know the best estimate I could give you is if you watched it completely straight not without any breaks, but only sleeping, you can finish it in a month. That's what I know. Which is still insane. Did you find it?
Over 411 hours of straight viewing.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, we're doing some math.
Yeah, he's doing some math to try
If all I did was watch One Piece in my waking hours, it would take a full month to watch it.
I literally just fucking said that.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I literally just said that. You didn't have to do math. I told you that. I knew that.
That's a problem.
I said that to you. Now I just feel disrespected.
No, I'm confirming what you said. I didn't say that argument against you. I'm confirming.
I'm not saying it in the argument. I'm just saying you don't listen.
I did listen. I didn't say you didn't say that, man.
You're mean.
I'm just confirming you're right.
You don't listen to me.
I confirmed what you said. I'm backing you up on this one. You're 100% correct. 411 hours. A month is 730 hours. You add sleep to the 411, you got that 730.
Yeah.
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 You had sleeping, eating, and shitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a problem. That's bad.
I have only...
And there's been time skips in there?
Just one. Now, I haven't got it to it yet, and I don't know how much is justified. How
many hours of content you think are in all of HBO's Game of Thrones?
I don't know.
Actually, you want me to bring up something that hits even harder?
I was about to say, because Game of Thrones I don't care about.
Chernobyl is 5 episodes long.
Okay. That's unfair.
You're right. That doesn't take a multi-year event. Oh. Huh. It doesn't have to involve with the complexities of global...
This man Otis has got a lot of ideas, man, all right? He's just putting it on paper and trying to put it down to
ideas.
It's all, no, it's shit. A lot of it's actually pretty good.
Okay, even if a lot of his ideas are good, stretch over that much time becomes shit. It's like if I made a really good idea, right? It's like...
Man, I don't know.
Like if I made the art for the concept of... kind of the Great Snow.
All right, we don't have to shit on Kana anymore.
I let an artist stretch out my concept into the most bland story of all time. There's some good shit in there. There's, holy shit, some cool world exploration for the events of Satomu Nihai's world and shit. But you know, it doesn't matter that all that cool shit is there because it's in this package that makes me want to stop reading manga ever again.
I'm going to say this right now. I've only hated while it is a significant chunk. And I can understand why people don't like it. Most of One Piece I haven't hated so far.
I hate that you say that. Because the only way for me to argue against you is to watch it so I can...
It's been fun, man. Like, do I think it's like the god piece that everyone's been saying? No. But like, it's at the very least it's been fun. It's been fun, it's been goofy. You suspend your belief for a little bit.
How does it compare to Berzerk?
Oh, okay, hold on. We're not doing this.
No, that's another globetrotting adventure.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is that we're not doing...
storytelling that has almost equivalent, in fact, technically a lesser reputation in the community.
We're not doing this.
No, if we want to be technical, Berzerk has a lesser reputation than One Piece in the community.
No.
How does it compare to Berzerk?
Okay, you're not understanding me. I'm saying we're not doing this. As in, you're not going to put those fucking two in the same because that Berzerk is outclassing One Piece anytime. I will die on that. Berzerk is outpacing One Piece anytime. Don't fucking look at me or question me about that ever. I will fight anybody. I will fight anybody to that degree.
I've heard more people try and argue with me that One Piece is the greatest piece of manga ever made than I've ever had argue Berzerk.
I would 100%.
And you know how many Berzerk fans are in our friend group.
I would 100% give it to Berzerk before I give it to One Piece. Abso-fucking-lutely.
At least you haven't lost your mind then.
No, look.
Okay, how does it compare to? Let's do another globetrotting adventure that covered just a couple years. Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, that's different, man.
It's not. It's actually
you're bringing like
it's actually almost the exact same. They're looking for one piece of treasure that changes the entire world, like power structure. Yeah,
oh, bro,
it's actually premise-wise the exact same.
You're bringing up two heavy hitters, man. But with Berzerk in the full.
I'm sorry. Am I supposed to compare One Piece to nothing? So nothing one-offs, or am I supposed to compare it to other heavy hitters?
No. Okay,
I'm sorry. By its reputation, its comparison begs to be compared to the other big hitters, whatever. I'm sorry, what am I supposed to compare it to?
Listen,
then?
Okay, before
globe-trotting adventures with big reputations.
Okay, listen. Okay, let's bring it back.
Hold on. I think it's extraordinary telling that every time I bring up a globe-trotting adventure manga that has a big reputation, you're like, well, you can't compare it to One Piece.
Okay,
that's not fair. It's not fair.
Okay, it's like you brought up
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Arcane only covers one continent.
I haven't watched Arcane.
Oh shit, you need to watch Arcane.
I know I do, but I haven't watched Arcane.
Alright. Hell, you know what? Let's go with something that the anime community doesn't even always love. What about Castlevania?
I haven't watched Castlevania.
Shit, man, you need to watch
I've heard Nocturne. I heard that shit was lit.
I haven't even seen season 3 and beyond of Castlevania series 1.
We need to do a Castlevania episode, but I feel like we should also
I'd be super down.
But I feel like we should also hold up to Halloween. I feel like it's appropriate.
There's enough of it that we could cover it like seasonally every once in a while up until Halloween, and then we could cover like Nocturne and Halloween or something. Because remember, there's like 3 or 4 seasons of the first show.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair, actually. Okay.
So if we cover the first show first, then there we go.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean to rewatch so I can continue it.
But like, okay, like,
right.
I would definitely put like One Piece over shit like Black Clover and Fairy Tail.
That means nothing to me.
Listen
to other anime that we shit on all the time. Sure.
Okay, don't do that. I've been enjoying One Piece. It doesn't sound like it,
but you just chose to compare it positively to 2 anime we've never talked positively about.
Okay, no, because there's Black Clover and Fairy Tail, and then there's like One Piece, where like One Piece is like, for me now, it's like, at first I was like,
okay, compare it to another positive, large, globe-trotting adventure that takes place over a couple years. How about, you ever watch Ushio Totoro?
No.
You should watch that.
Just list some...
No, fuck it. Why not compare it to the other things of its generation? Bleach.
My last name's Kudasaki.
Uh-huh. How does it compare to Bleach?
Absolutely not. They're a lot closer. But I'm picking Bleach over One Piece.
You're not picking Bleach over One Piece?
I'm picking Bleach over One Piece.
Is it close, at least?
It's close.
Really?
It is close, yeah.
Interesting.
I think Bleach is great.
Okay.
But
how about Naruto? Naruto's garbage.
I have to refrain from making comments.
You have to refrain from making comments when Naruto is trash? I
got blasted last time.
About what?
By a personal friend on making comments on Naruto.
Over what comment? Okay, hold on. They've already blasted you for it. What was the comment you had made that they blasted?
Well, it wasn't necessarily a comment. So I made like a tier list chart, and I got completely reamed for where I put certain people and how I handled that list.
Why? What people? What was the list?
It was characters.
Just characters overall, or specific characters?
Characters, and then the
characters from Naruto.
Characters from Naruto.
So it was a Naruto character tier list or something?
Yeah, it was a Naruto character tier list.
Okay.
Yeah, and like, you know, there was like some characters who technically were duplicates, but it's like, you know, the kid version, adult version, all shit like that. I didn't make the tier list. I just kind of flicked it out. And I put some characters on there. I mean, there was a lot of bias, but like a tier list usually has a lot of bias.
Yeah, they're about how much you enjoy characters.
Yeah,
it's not an objective ranking of, oh yeah, this character outperforms this character.
I like
this character more. This character's more.
I got reamed for that a few hours, and so
over what character?
A lot of them.
What the fuck?
Specifically, a big one, Rock Lee, because I put Rock Lee really high, which I think is insane. But you know,
you think it's insane to put Rock Lee high?
No, I think it's insane. I got reamed for putting Rock Lee so high.
Yeah, it is insane. He's one of the only good characters in Naruto.
Listen. That's as much as a comment I'm willing to make. But like
Rock Lee, especially Kid Rock Lee, is one of the only good characters in that whole show. All I'm
gonna say is
the only other good characters in that show are all adults. None of the kids are good characters.
Okay, that's not true.
Name one.
Sai.
Which one's Sai? Is that the bug one?
Yeah. Honestly,
is it the bug one?
No. That's fuck. I forget his name. Also,
which one?
Okay, hold on. I don't know how you're gonna say that when the main three are actually like pretty decent characters. They're
Asuna's a mid character at best.
Who?
Asuna? Oh wait, what's her name?
It's Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto.
Right. Sakura's a mid character best. Sasuke is a garbage character.
You're cool.
Sasuke is one of the worst written characters ever to be popularized in all of manga.
Okay.
Kid, at least. Adult, I don't know. I haven't read Boruto. Seen Boruto.
Read Boruto. Don't watch it. Don't ever watch Boruto.
I haven't watched Boruto.
Don't watch Boruto.
I'm gonna make sure to watch Boruto. I only read the first 30 chapters of Naruto. I watched Naruto.
If it makes you feel better,
that was back when I was getting Shonen Jump, so I could read Hikaru no Go.
If you ever want to read Boruto, because I need to, because the same buddy recommended. I told him I was gonna eventually watch Boruto because I have like a series of anime I was gonna start. Boruto's like a big ass fucking anime for no reason, because apparently it has like 2 parts. It's doing like the Chainsaw Man thing.
Sure.
But its first part, it's like 80 chapters.
Cool.
And I was like, oh,
I'm down.
That's actually not that bad.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that shit.
Don't.
If I'm gonna read, I have to go back and read all of Naruto before I can read Boruto. I'm not.
You can watch the Naruto series. Just don't watch Boruto.
No, that's the thing. If I'm gonna read Boruto, I'd have to go back and read all of Naruto. I'm not gonna read the sequel to a written thing and not have read the whole thing. So I'm going to watch, because I've watched all of Naruto now, so I can watch Boruto. Well, no, I've watched all of base Naruto. I still haven't watched Shippuden and beyond. Oh, that's something. My comments are just based off of base Naruto. If Shippuden fixes some of the characters I shit on, I don't know that yet. Sorry, guys. But as of base Naruto, Sasuke is just not written well at all. None of his motivations are written well. He's a cringy ass little kid. He's an edgy little power fantasy that isn't explained particularly well. The only thing that's excused at any point is his actual power level, which is fine, but also doesn't matter to me because the character writing is shit. Sakura is actually kind of overly maligned. She's nowhere near shit as the community seems like. Community seems to hate her, and I don't think I hate her. She's just kind of mid. That's actually
I guess I am taking
improvement over Sasuke.
I guess for me, I am taking a lot of Shippuden in their direction in that way.
Yeah, I don't know any of that.
Okay,
so
that's fair. Okay, that's fair. I guess
if Sasuke is written better in Shippuden, I don't know that yet.
I think so.
I
think he's also fine.
I also think he's not indicative of Shippuden. Just base Naruto, the Naruto series.
I don't think he's fine in the base series. Yes, he's an edgy little boy, but like.
No, he's not just an edgy little boy. He's an edgy little boy that makes decisions that make no sense in his universe, to his character, or in any way. Yeah, like, they purposely over-edge him for no reason.
Yeah, because he's a fucking child who went through shit. No. Crashing out.
That's actually the problem, is that they don't treat him like a child who just went through shit. They actually explicitly excuse the fact that he actually can think and process things in a different way from other children, and then that takes the excuse away for his actions. He actually does think through the consequences of his actions and chooses knowing deficiencies, and that makes his choices stupid. I think not just stupid. Actually deficient.
I think they do treat him like that, and I do think it's on purpose. But I think it's to show that, like, obviously he's kind of not ready for that.
Sure, then that's shit writing. That's not the way to do that. It's shit writing.
You don't think that, like?
No, I don't. I don't think that's the way to show that.
I think it's showing, like, certain expectations and certain things he's trying to meet are too high for him. That's why he's crashing out so hard.
Oh, sure, but there are a billion different ways to do that better in every way. What they did is stupid and bullshit. It's bad writing. It's bad character writing. It's bad narrative writing. It doesn't even make sense in universe. It's bullshit. It's bad. It's a bad show. It's a bad story. It's bad characters. The only good characters are joke characters, and they're the adults, mostly. Or side characters. Actually, you know what? I do unironically actually like some of the side characters. Some of the older kids and stuff that just aren't really important in the show. I do like some of them. The Shadow guy. I like the Shadow guy.
Shikamaru?
Yeah, I like Shikamaru.
He's like the same age as them. You do realize that, right?
Yeah, I know. He's
more
2 years older.
Then he's more of a key player than you think he is.
Well, in base Naruto, he really isn't. So
you need to finish base Naruto.
I did finish base Naruto.
He's one of the main people who recruits to get Sasuke back.
Yeah, sure.
He's like that whole friend group.
Yeah, he's a side character. Yeah, those are all side characters.
Yeah, but
no, I'm sorry, he's not.
No, but to just say like he's like whatever.
He's like my favorite side character. It doesn't matter.
He does matter. He's like he's one of the side characters that matters a lot.
You can write him out of the plot, and the plot doesn't change in any way, shape, or form.
Yes, it does, because he's the one that doesn't. He's the one that recruits the team to get back Sasuke.
So,
if it's not him, the team changes.
No, That's the thing.
Yes, it does!
It doesn't. You can actually have almost any of the adults give the same reasoning for choosing the same team. You can actually write him out and it doesn't change. There's no unique reason he's ever given to choose that team. There's only a unique reason he's given compared to the other children that don't treat the fucking Naruto squad as they should. It's literally, there's no reason that Kakashi Sensei couldn't have come up with, or that, like, there's just none. It's just not. It doesn't exist. It's not true. The fucking what's her name? The head of Leaf Village could have made the same fucking decision. It doesn't matter. He doesn't matter. He wasn't written to matter. He could be completely gone from the story, and the only thing that would happen is that one decently written character would be gone, reducing how much I like the series by that much.
Man, alright, I guess.
In fact, I actually have a problem with him being a decently written character that can do simple things like observe the world around him, because it highlights how weird it is no one else around him can. It's fucking weird. He doesn't even fit in his own world.
That's why
they treat him like a tactical genius, and his big fucking genius is just going, well, actually, I've observed there might be some use to these people.
I mean,
it's fucking stupid.
I mean, most ninjas at that age won't be able to do that. That's what makes them like...
That's what makes Naruto, the series, and writing fucking deficient. Completely and utterly stupid. Dumb. Beyond belief. That it takes an in-world genius to come up with, I have basic observation skills. That's what you're admitting to me.
I mean... I don't know. I guess I look at it differently because it's a world where like kids are being thrown into war basically. Not all going to be.
It's a peacetime actually. They're not even being thrown into war until the end. They're all just little bitches who don't know anything, despite having all the opportunity afforded them at every stage of their lives up until this point. The only ones that have faced tragedy in their past were unique exceptions to that rule. The rule of Leaf Village is that it's been peacetime for 3 Hokages. 2 Hokages. Secret Wars don't count.
No, I'm not thinking of Secret Wars. I'm not thinking of that. Sure. It might.
The events with the Nine-Tailed Fox also are not a
I'm not thinking of those. Don't worry. I think you might be right. I think it is.
No, I'm definitely right. The last 2 Hokages have both existed in peacetime. One of them only died because of the non-tailed fox bullshit.
Okay.
Yes. I'm right.
I mean, technically you're not, but you're not there yet.
Okay, given what I'm given, and given what the writer had actually written at the time, that's what my statements stand.
Where you are right now, sure.
Post changing everything after the fact doesn't matter to me. When they do that,
it's not changing. It's not changing shit after the fact. Sure. It's just this is how this plot goes.
Sure. If they change the facts of the events of that world that I know so far, that's changing after the fact because those events have happened in the past where I am.
No, that's not past stuff. It's just stuff
that is past stuff.
No, what I'm telling you is events like in the future, dickhead. You know how plot progresses, nigga? Like that.
So if plots in the future don't change what's in the past, then nothing is...
They don't. Changed. That's what I'm saying.
Then there we go. Then nothing changes in what I said stands.
Okay.
Jesus. It was a time of peace.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. This conversation brought to you by, is Naruto better than One Piece?
I want you to remember, this was original.
Is it? Do you consider it better than One Piece?
I'm not saying shit. I can't say shit.
No, you have to.
I
is
can't.
Naruto better than One Piece?
I'm telling you this right now. You need to move on. I'm not saying anything. I can't.
Okay, can you whisper in my ear?
No.
I will not reveal in any way, shape, or form what the answer was.
No. I don't have a stance right now.
You don't have any stance.
I will tell you by the end of the year. That's the best year.
By the end of the year?
Yes.
Month.
No.
Month.
No.
Why year?
Because I can't finish Naruto in a month.
Oh my god, you have to re-watch all of Naruto?
Yes.
Okay. When you do, we're covering it though, because I will have also completed a rewatch.
Sure.
Okay. What
Keep
about
in mind,
Dragon Ball?
I'm about to say, I was like, wow, this was a Dragon Ball
Yeah,
conversation.
what about Dragon Ball?
Wow, we're so fucking removed from it.
Is Dragon Ball OG Dragon Ball?
What?
OG Dragon Ball. Better than One Piece or worse than One Piece?
Oh, that's... actually. Now there...
It's a globe-trotting adventure.
That's...
More similar in theme than Dragon Ball Z is to it.
Dragon Ball Original, I would have to sit there and think about it, but I would put the rest of Dragon Ball under One Piece.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the rest of Dragon Ball. I would put the rest of Dragon Ball under a lot of things that I don't put Dragon Ball under. Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, is an excellent little globe-trotting adventure. And it is what is comparable to One Piece, not Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is not comparable to One Piece, despite coming out and being part of the Big Three. It's the actual comparison. What?
It's not part of the Big Three.
Whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Do I? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean, man? Do I count it? That's a good question. Alright, do I?
Is OG Dragon Ball better or worse than One Piece?
You know what? I'm willing to say it. I think I'm enjoying One Piece more than the original Dragon Ball.
That's wild.
I actually think I am.
That's wild. On the art alone, I would scratch my eyes out before.
You gotta remember, that's one thing I actually do like about One Piece. I do actually like how One Piece looks. Which I know that is also in contention, because I know some people don't like how it looks.
I don't like how it looks.
I know you don't.
Okay. What's next?
I didn't even finish my Dragon Ball comment.
Oh, finish your Dragon Ball comment.
We got so bogged down on all this shit.
Is it comparing Dragon Ball to One Piece?
Huh? No, it was the thing that the new Dragon Ball did.
Oh, GT... whatever.
No, Daima
then.
Yeah. Okay, long story short, because I was trying to make a whole thing, and then we got fucking completely sidetracked by One Piece. Basically, Super Saiyan 4 isn't Daima. Oh, what looks like... I don't know what they call it.
Daima now predates events where it makes no sense that it wasn't used. Yeah, okay. Who's in charge of the series now? Akira Toriyama's dead, right?
Yeah, he passed.
So who's making this stuff?
That is a good question. I do not know.
Whoever you are, you're ruining Akira Toriyama's already not particularly good reputation with me. I already had issues with how he did canon and narrative and writing. Excellent character writer. He makes wholesome, lovely characters.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never disagree with that. But his ability to write a world and primary narrative is kind of doo-doo. Kind of doo-doo. Yeah. But whoever is in charge now, you're fucking up. You're fucking up. It's just a weird fucking thing. Why does it have to take place before the events of Beer anyway?
I don't know.
Is there something in the narrative that's particularly important to happen before that?
I mean...
Is there a reason it's not a sequel or happening parallel to the current plot lines?
I don't know, because there's other things that bother me as well about it. So, one thing that bothers me, that like no one else seems to be talking about, is that in Daima, they have to use... This is going to sound so weird, but it's Dragon Ball, so remember this. But they have to use, like, galactic, like, pufferfish
Sure.
in order to travel from where they are to the demon dimension.
Totally makes sense, yeah. Uh-huh.
But, in the
why wouldn't you?
And the pufferfish...
Obviously, galactic...
Stop! And then the pufferfish lead into, like, a multi-vault area where, like, there's a bunch of, like, entrances to other universes and stuff like that.
Right, because why would they just go to the demon dimension?
Yeah, and not our main cast, but the villains who come through do make remarks of being, like, mentioning, like, oh, what universe we have to go to, yada, yada, yada. And I just kind of sat there, I'm like, okay, So our main crew has to go this way. This is the only way to go to the demon realm.
Car like an asshole, but that's fine.
There is
Yeah, you can't walk around it without like.
there's no way that our main crew
That's alright.
just doesn't know.
Alright, I'm fine.
There's no way that our main crew just doesn't know about those other universes without potentially with Super, because in Super they get introduced to it and they're like baffled. So there's not it bothers me because it's like, so you're telling me that in Daima they don't notice or make remark that they're traveling dimensions or have to mention these stuff? I don't know, man.
Sounds about right. Okay. That sounds like Dragon Ball, sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure that sounds like Dragon Ball to somebody out there that's been paying attention to Dragon Ball, sure.
Yeah.
Totally doesn't sound like you're describing a show that has nothing to do with Dragon Ball at all whatsoever. Don't understand the connection, but it's okay. I'm sure
to be fair,
if you've been paying attention, it makes total
Well, to
sense.
be fair, there's also Demon World Dragon Balls, so.
Pufferfish, yeah. Galactic pufferfish. Obviously the way to the demon dimension.
I don't know what you want from me, man.
It's not from you. I want not this.
You want
not
you
this.
want not this.
Okay.
Okay, other than that, we should probably wrap up a little bit. Let me get through the rest of the shit that I was watching, and then we can fucking do that. I mean, the rest of the stuff is seasonal shit, so I'll just wrap through all that stuff. Solo Leveling, it's fucking peak. Season 2 just keeps getting great. Fucking great animation, great shit. Fucking great.
Still haven't started season 2, but I'm looking forward to that.
Watch it. It's fucking great.
Can't wait for the Chimera Ants arc.
There. Right there.
You don't get that joke.
It's a Hunter x Hunter reference.
Okay, you do get that joke.
I know it, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm not fucking stupid. I know what that is.
Well, you haven't watched it.
Well, I haven't watched it, but I know what the Chimera arc is.
Okay. So you
Jesus. Remember, I've been doing this shit for years. I'm gonna know names of certain stuff.
What else you been watching? You've been enjoying Soul Leveling. That's good.
ReZero.
Shit, I need to do the new season of ReZero too.
Keeps getting so fucking.
Oh, ReZero actually brings up something we were going to talk about. That author's other work. He's the same guy who wrote All You Need Is Kill, dude.
Oh. Okay, that's getting late. We don't have time for that.
Okay.
We don't have time.
Next time.
We can bring that up for next time.
Gives me time to research something anyways.
We don't have to talk about it, but eventually I need you to watch an anime, at least one episode, called Momentary Lily.
Called what?
It's called Momentary Lily.
Momentary Lily?
Yeah.
Momentary Lily. Is this an anime?
Yes.
On Crunchyroll?
Yes.
Or, okay. Momentary Lily.
It's made by Gohans.
Who's Gohans?
They're very infamous for having very unique, weird animation.
What does that mean? It says Momentary Lily.
I'm pretty sure they're the same people who did Handshakers.
Handshakers sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I watched Handshakers, did I? What was that?
It was like the really weird animated. What the fuck am I looking at? This looks like a psychedelic fever dream type shit. Why is the ratio of everything look so weird? But like,
oh no, I never saw Handshakers. I heard a lot about it. I have not seen Handshakers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but they.
Oh yeah, I saw clips from this though.
Handshakers or Momentary Lily?
From Handshakers.
Handshakers.
I'd seen like a YouTube clip or something, but I haven't actually watched it. Yeah. I watched those too. Yeah.
But it's a mess. It's objectively bad.
Sure.
I'm enjoying every minute of it though.
Hey,
this is my perfect. Yeah,
you've seen a bunch of those.
Yeah, I just like this is no way good, but
you're liking it.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
But you're into it.
Yeah, I'm into it.
This is trash. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm
watching I May Be a Receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time.
Is that an isekai?
No, it's not.
Why does it have that title?
I don't know, but
I don't like this trend of these titles catching on outside the isekai genre. I used to be able to tell what an isekai was based on how many sentences long the title was.
It's definitely bleeding a lot into fantasy now. I think it's just becoming a fantasy thing now.
Is an isekai?
No, it's not isekai.
But it is fantasy.
It is fantasy.
Speaking of which, we also need to watch season 2 of Apothecary Diaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially since we didn't watch the first. We didn't talk about the first one.
We didn't?
We didn't talk about the first
shit,
one.
we need to talk about that.
So
that was good.
It was good.
That was
We're
good.
We got
it.
We will talk about it.
We should have a whole rating of that. I'd be down.
I'd be down. I would 100%.
I'd be down to rewatch that even though I just finished it.
I'm continuing. There's Takasori Hotel, which
Sure. No clue what that is for sure.
I feel like we'll have to repeat this every week. I talk about these now, just for you to remember them.
Uh-huh.
But it's the anime where think of like a less in
Put my phone down.
a less in depth looked at. Think of a simplified look at the afterlife. In the similar way, in the similar way that Death Parade did it, but it's simplified. Think of Death Parade, but simplified.
Death Parade was already pretty simplified. Yeah, that concept.
Think of Death
like,
Parade, but not as good. I think that's what I'm really trying to say.
Oh, so.
And when I mean not as good, I'm saying like
low IQ.
No. I'm giving like Death Parade kind of. I'm giving Death Parade like because I give it a perfect 10 because I think it deserves that. But I give this like a. That's actually really down. Like a 6.
So think of like this show that's a 10 and its concepts and then think about something that does that concept but like at a 6 level.
But it's that 6 where it's just like, oh, okay, you're not bad actually. Like you're not, yeah, but okay, a 6. You know, like I'm disappointed in you 6. It's like you surprised me 6.
Dude.
Yeah. Also in my mind, I was like Death Parade.
So it was a surprise to you that someone was covering a topic as interesting as Death Parade as well as a 6?
Yeah.
Do you often experience the Death Parade at level 3?
Weirdly enough, yes.
Where the okay?
It's not.
I don't
good.
even want to know.
It's not good.
I don't even.
I did. You said that, and you reminded me of an anime. I forget what it's called, but my God, it tried to do that parade, and it was awful.
No, son, I'm very glad I haven't seen whatever the hell you're talking about.
But it's funny in my mind because I was thinking it was of Tasakari Hotel. I was like, that parade's a 10, and Tasakari is like an 8, 7, 6.
Nice.
Actually. 6.5. 6.5. Because it pulled some shit. It wasn't like a big twist, but like it did give me a little bit like I didn't think you were gonna do that. You pulled the trigger. Not many people would do that. Okay. I wanna see what you do with this. Type shit. Type beat.
Okay.
Yurt. Okay.
Yurt.
What
does yurt mean?
I'm not explaining that to you right now.
Isn't a yurt a type of
I'm not explaining
dwelling?
to you. I'm not explaining to you.
Like
right
a yurt is it's like a type of hut. Right?
Okay, but I didn't say that. It's just
like made of
I will explain
animal skins and muds.
I will explain to you what I actually mean after the podcast. I'm not gonna have you keep embarrassing yourself like this.
It's like a 10.
Shut up. Let me explain. Let me go through all my shit. Jesus Christ. My Happy Marriage season 2 came out. That shit.
Coworker of mine finally started reading My Happy Marriage, not knowing it had an anime. Yeah.
I mean, good for them.
Yeah, good for them. They're enjoying it.
I'm okay with them consuming My Happy Marriage. It's one of my favorite romances. It's fucking cute. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm punching in your throat.
We should talk about season 1 at some point.
No.
I haven't finished it.
You're gonna ruin it for me.
I haven't finished it, but I feel like I'll have opinions on it when I do.
I don't want you to talk. I don't want to talk to you about this.
We should talk about it.
Remember,
we were both enjoying it together for a while.
Yes, but you are gonna ruin this for me. You ruin anything that brings me happiness.
Can you feel my heartbeat?
Yeah. You just...
It shouldn't. It should add joy, depth of enjoyment.
No.
All right, continue.
Is it? I ended up accidentally dropping it, but there was some Royal Utility, which is just...
Oh, is that the Utility Man in Another World thing?
No, it was
I like that one.
cute girl playing golf. So it's like, okay.
Oh, I added something like that to one of my lists.
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
No.
Oh.
There's a lot of cute girls playing golf.
It seems to be popular this year.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Oh, no, it's been a trend for like the last 2 years now. I've seen.
No, that's weird.
Because there's like Birdie Wing and then there's
that's right. That's right. Birdie Wing.
There's Birdie Wing. There's
already in my list.
There is one in Netflix I did see. So I think I know which one you're talking about. Oh my god, is there anything else? Oh, there's Zenshu.
What's Zenshu? Oh, is that the
that was the pretty one
artist or
manga artist fucking really good, great fucking character, like story stuff. Original anime by Mappa. Mappa's been doing a lot of original stuff that's been
they're
pretty good.
They're like one of the studios that still does that all the time.
So it makes me makes me happy.
Good adaptations.
Oh, that's why I forgot.
Like their C team kind of sucks, but their A and B teams rock.
Yeah, you can tell which one does the C and B. And then there's Sakamoto Days. And,
I enjoyed the first episode of that. Maybe even the first 3. I can't even remember how many I saw now.
I need to read the manga because I need to know if my issue is with the adaptation or with the actual story.
It is probably with the actual story because I don't see a significant issue with the adaptation from what I've seen so far. I know I only watched between 1 and 3 episodes.
Well, a lot of people have been,
but the manga went at a pretty quick pace and introduced characters like each volume has a different character introduction.
Okay.
So it goes at a pretty quick pace and feels like something that you should be reading like serially, like every week or something, and just cute light thing that just goes quick. I actually don't know why they chose to adapt it so much. Because like it feels like a serial, like a magazine serial.
Apparently, there is some stuff that they're cutting out. Apparently, so I mean,
fascinating.
Yeah, that's why it's like okay, I reached the because like I have on my streams week to week have just not complained, but just been like, dude, it's not bad, but it's not giving me like I'm just sitting there like it's fine.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
The manga was just, it's fine.
I know, but, dude.
It was not particularly special.
Apparently, this was one of the more I look forward to ones. People are disappointed.
Yeah, but people look forward to a whole bunch of shit. People looked forward to One Punch Man hell hard. And look at
no, I get that, but, like, this one feels, like, really bad. Like,
speaking of One Punch. Talk about looking bad.
What?
I read his new manga.
Oh.
It's an isekai, and it's not very good.
Jesus.
It is not good.
Okay. Well, that's all I've read. Honestly, we've gone for a fucking while, just fucking 5 minutes talking. So,
yeah.
That's good.
We had a pretty productive episode. And we can talk about Monster Hunter Wilds next time.
Yes, we can.
We can talk about what we played next time.
I'm not gonna lie. I need to.
By then, we should have both completed the campaign anyway.
We could have. Also, I remember this up fucking fast because I need to use the bathroom. Anyway, thank you all for checking out the podcast. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a comment about what you think.
Love you all.
Rate us 5 stars on Spotify. The algorithm loves that shit. 10 stars.
10 out of 5.
Do that shit. Follow the
3.
Instagram. Follow the Twitter.
2 out of 1.
Do all that. Okay, I gotta use the bathroom.
Me too.
And
love you guys.